Hello guys, I am Engineer Mohammed Khan and you are watching my YouTube channel Being Engineer. In this video, we are going to discuss the most important topic of subject mechanics of structure, that is moment of inertia. This is the most important topic of mechanics of structure. One must have the understanding of what is moment of inertia. In this video, I am going to explain moment of inertia with examples. So you are requested to watch the full video so that you can get better understanding of the topic moment of inertia. So let's get started. First of all, we will define what is inertia. Inertia is a property of a body by virtue of which it opposes any agency that attempts to put it in motion, or if it is moving, to change the magnitude or direction of its velocity. As Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This tendency to resist changes in their state of motion is described as inertia. Objects tend to keep on doing what they are doing. In fact, it is the natural tendency of objects to resist changes in their state of motion. So, this tendency to resist changes in their state of motion is described as inertia. I hope now you have understand what is inertia. Next, to understand moment of inertia, one must understand what is moment of force. It is also called as torque. Now, everyone is familiar with the word torque, but moment of force may be new for some bodies, but torque is also called as moment of force. What is torque? It is the turning effect produced by a force on a body on which it acts. It is the product of force and the perpendicular distance of the point about which the moment is required and the line of action of force. Let us understand this by an example. Let's say this is the rod which is fixed at one point and the other end is free to move. Or you can say this is the window or door which is hinged at one side and other end is free to move. And this force is acting on this free end and the other end is fixed. And the distance between this fixed point and the moving end is r. So torque is defined as the product of F and this perpendicular distance r, as here we discussed here that it is the product of force and the perpendicular distance. This is the force acting on the free end and the perpendicular distance between the fixed and free end. So the product is called as torque, and its unit is Newton meter, or whatever system of unit you are using. It can be centimeter or kilogram, whatever. Now proceeding to our topic, moment of inertia. What is moment of inertia? Moment of inertia is defined as the quantity expressed by the body resulting angular acceleration, which is the sum of the product of the mass or area. Now the words written in blue color and the words which are underlined are of much concern. Pay attention to these because I am emphasizing on these words because these are the important ones. As the definition states that moment of inertia is defined as the quantity expressed by the body resisting angular acceleration, or in short you can say moment of inertia is resisting angular acceleration, which is the sum of the product of the mass or area. It could be mass or area of each particle with its square of a distance. That is sum of product of mass or area with its square of a distance from the axis of rotation. Now axis of rotation is compulsory. Or you can say moment of the moment. Moment of inertia is called as moment of moment or second moment of mass or area, as we discussed in the previous slide that moment of force, which is also called as torque, And what is moment of inertia? It is moment of the moment, that is second moment of mass or area. It's mean that area will be multiplied 2 times, which I am going to discuss in the upcoming slide. Moment of inertia is denoted by word I. Going to explanation, consider a body of mass m. Consider a random body or rough body whose mass is m, and it is composed of small particles. You can say small particles m1, m2 and m3, and the reference axis we have taken here is x. Horizontal axis is called as x-axis and the vertical axis is called as y-axis, and the distance of each particle from these axes is given as k1, k2 and k3. So the moment of inertia of a whole body is given by an equation I is equal to MOI. MOI stands for moment of inertia, which is equal to, as I discussed in the definition of moment of inertia, that it is the product of mass and distance. Okay, now m1 multiplied by k1, that is mass of particle 1 and its distance from the reference axis, plus mass of second point or second particle and its distance, plus m3, k3 and up to so on. So generalizing the equation, we will get moment of inertia is equal to mk square. So you can call it as moment of mass, and its unit is kg meter square, as k is the distance and its square will become meter square, and unit of mass is kg. So the unit of moment of mass is kg meter square, or whatever system of units you are using, it could be centimeter square or inch square. Now it can also be called as area moment. In the previous slide we considered the mass of a body, but if we consider the area of a body, let's suppose we have a body whose area is A and its particles have the area A1, A2, A3, and its distance from reference axis is K1, K2 and K3, so the product will become AK square. Similarly, as in the previous video we saw that it is equal to MK square. If we consider the area of a body, it will become AK square. Now its unit will become meter power 4, or whatever unit you are using, centimeter or inches. So the unit of area is m square, and this is the square of a distance, that is k1, k2 or k3, so the unit will become m power 4. Now the important points to be kept in mind while determining the moment of inertia of any body, that moment of inertia is usually specified with respect to a chosen axis of rotation. So as I have told you before, that axis of rotation is very important. It is mainly depends on the distribution of mass around an axis of rotation. Moment of inertia varies depending on the axis that is chosen. That's all for today. I hope you have understand the meaning of moment of inertia. For more videos, you are requested to please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get video updates.